Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. I hope you've had a good week, and I hope the bits and pieces that you may have got at the night's auction have arrived. Mine arrived early this week, so I'm pleased to say that we can have a look at those now. So without further ado, we had the Sid Barnes collection at the night's auction, you may remember, and these have come out of those from the 1911-12 side that toured Australia, MCC, and we've got Herbert Srudwick there, the old Surrey keeper. Great keeper he was too, so it's a nice signed photograph there of Herbert Srudwick. And then a nice one here of Bill Hitch, good old Bill Hitch there. Again by T. Humphrey, all in the same set, but nice signed one there of Bill Hitch, so very pleased to get hold of those two. Unfortunately missed out on the Hobbs one, but there you go, can't have it all, but I was the underbidder, they say. So anyway, there we are. So other bits that have arrived this week, we'll go on to a few bits and pieces of Srudwick and Hitch in a bit. But this lovely one here, this Boys Own card, page out of the Boys Own magazine, the 1920 Australian team in Australia. And we've got the rare one of there of Dr. R.L. Park. They only played one test match. And the story goes that his wife was in the crowd and she dropped her knitting and she went down to pick it up and came up, and then her husband's test career was all over. So it didn't last very long, unfortunately. So Dr. Park there was in that team, second test match of that 1920 tour, the all-conquering Australian team there that went on to win some more over here, 2021. So anyway, the other bits to turn up, so a couple of lovely postcards here, one of Jack Hobbs, about 1924 this one, so it compensated for the miss out on the Tim Knight sale. Lovely one there, Jack Hobbs, and there comes a pair in there with Herbert Sutcliffe. Lovely one there of Herbert Sutcliffe. I think this is probably about 1924. I've got the old 1924 photograph. He looks very similar to that there, very young. So very pleased with a nice signed Herbert Sutcliffe there. I was just going back onto the 1912 side. I've actually got this lovely signed photograph of the 11-12 MCC team to Australia. So I'm very pleased to get hold of that. So that was a few years ago, but nice to have it. So pleased to get hold of that. Whether I've got it in the frame or not, I don't know. Anyway, a few more bits that we've got of Bill Hitch and Herbert Srudwick. We've got a nice one there with the Wimbledon charity cricket match. This is 1910. And Srudwick's here. Hitch didn't play in this one, but Srudwick's just up here. A regular match there from the Wimbledon charities. Nice one there. We've got a nice one here from, well, it's an early one here of Srudwick, original photograph behind the stumps. Looking pretty good. Massive great pair of wicket keeping gloves. Another one here of, nice sign one here with the forced bats, 1912, by the looks of it, with the baggy MCC cap on there. Don't see many of that tour with the caps on. Even that one down there's got there in the civvies. And we can go on to Bill Hitch. There's a Pinus one there. And Bill Hitch, not bad condition. His MCC looks about 1923 there when he went over. Another one here, nice sign card there, Bill Hitch. This one says 1913, this one. So quite a nice one there. It's obviously just the same sort of time as the other photographs. Another one there, not a very good postcard, but a lovely signature of Bill Hitch there. Faded photograph. Another nice one there. This is 1923. Nice Bill Hitch one there. And there's a nice one here with Bill Hitch playing for Todmorden. I think they won the league a few years on the trot with his assistants. He's standing there in the middle in his Surrey blazer. And they're proudly displaying their league championship. So there. So that's all the bits and pieces that arrived this week. So next week we've got the CMS, not an auction, but a meeting at Lord's, our annual meeting there at Lord's. And we've got Chris Cowdery and Norman Cowan's coming along. So it should be a good day. Hopefully the raffle will go well and there'll be plenty of people there like there was last year. So looking forward to that one at the weekend. So next weekend is the last podcast from over here anyway in England, and then we're going off to Australia the following Saturday and hopefully we're going to do a couple of videos of the collectors over there, like Craig Hawkins and Peter Schofield and the like, Kevin Cannon and what have you. So looking forward to my trip over to Oz in a couple of weeks. So anyway, that's about it for this week. So I'll see you on the next one. Have a good week. Cheers.